Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're here today with a slightly different video because, as you can see, well, it's still my normal setup, but I have absolutely no makeup on my face except for some lipstick, but it's because I was out and about, so I really wanted to go out, and I came back from the store. I actually ended up still going to a makeup store, even though that I have like a full makeup collection, so yes, hi. And I came back with two new complexion products, which I'm here today to test it out for you guys. I have in here what looks about to be a foundation. It is Lamel, 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 I don't know. Insta Cover, Conceal, and Foundation. Um, so it is supposed to be a foundation. Keep that in mind, okay? And we have a concealer, which I actually, you might be kind of confused because how is it new if you used it already? No, I did not use this exact formula. I did use another formula, so it's like, this one is completely matte, like, you can see that. Essence concealer. I have used like this one before, a different formula, not the matte one. This one is absolutely like matte version, with, I don't know, will it be too dry? I don't know, so we're about to find out actually. So I'm here to test out the new foundation and the new concealer, even though that, they're not quite new, but new for me, so here we go. Okay, so let's first talk about the foundation. I didn't know that the brand like Lamel existed, so I'm going to read about it from the website because I actually did not know what is it. I've never seen this before, and it appeared in Russia maybe like in summer or last year, something like that. Not that long ago. So it's actually Lamel Professional. What is it about this company? It's a British makeup, appeared in 2012 in London. Um, the main concept of the brand, um, the main concept of the brand is creating a high quality product for an affordable price. An affordable price, cannot speak today. Oh my god. So it's basically said that it's like, by the time they created this brand in 2012, there has never been an alternative in the Western Europe. So I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't live in Western Europe. I live in Russia, and we have a whole bunch of drugstore makeup. So it's basically a drugstore product. So it's cheap, but it's a small thing. Like, it's like it's small. It's like with all those like Insta thing, very on brand, so to speak. So I have my damp sponge here ready. I have my hairband, which you have seen before, my hair clip to put my hair back, and now we're going to test it out for you guys. Okay, so here we are. I opened it. It's like in this matte plastic, kind of a cheap packaging, but looking kind of cute, it's like very Insta-worthy, something like that. Why it took me 2.5 hours to open it is because it's in this packaging, so it was like scrubbing this. I'm in the color 401 beige, so here we go. Let's open it. I've never seen this before. I tested it out in a store, but the tester was kind of not here, not there. So the color, I really hope that it's gonna work for me. Hopefully, let's see. Oh, okay, so it's like a huge brush applicator. You see that? I'm not a huge fan of that, but okay. I don't have a primer on because I don't usually use primers anyway, so I do use sometimes, but today I feel like I do have a normal pores without it being too crazy, so okay, let's see what the color looks like on me. Oh, okay. I mean, on camera it looks definitely way, way lighter. In person it's a little bit darker, but I mean, kind of good. Okay, let's add a little bit of product because I definitely... Okay. Let's try it on one half of my face. And also this brush doesn't really store a lot of products, which means that you will have to dig. I'll have to dig again to do that, so let's see how it blended out. Okay, okay. The coverage is definitely medium without it being too crazy. It's just a medium coverage. And my battery is gonna die, so give me a second. So, okay, I switched over to my phone and now you see me from a different angle. And I have to tell you guys that the color that I thought was a bit too dark, it's actually not bad at all. Like you can see, I still have like something peeking through, not too crazy. I do still have something, so I'm going to add a little bit more. But, you know, in comparison to the other half of my face, there is definitely a difference. So let's add a little bit more and finish the rest of my face. Because, you know, we all want to finally get it over with. Okay, now let's try the concealer itself. It's actually the Essence. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my god, it smells really good. Why did I pick? Oh, actually, what about the smell of this thing? It's actually smells like a foundation. Nothing crazy. If you use foundation before, you know. The Camouflage Plus Matte Concealer. Can you see that? You definitely can. I'm in the color, what is it? It's 10 Light Rose. So this should be very high coverage because it says that it's like waterproof and tattoo covering. So when I saw that, I was like, well, if it can cover tattoos, then it definitely can cover some pimples and redness on my face. So let's try it actually, shall we? Okay, let's... Oh, no, that's too much. That's a lot. That's a lot. We don't do that. That's a lot. So sorry. Okay. It's definitely a lot. Okay. I just added... Well, it's definitely really light. I like it. I actually do like it. It's really light. It's definitely brightening. Okay, let me add it on my entire eye. Okay, here. Okay, let's try to cover some pimples here. Okay, we'll see how it looks on one side of my face and then I will finish the rest of it. Blending really easily. Good, okay. I don't normally use a sponge to blend in the concealer, I use a brush. But since I do have the sponge right near me, I'm going to use this. I mean, you can see, you definitely can see the difference. Like, hello? Like, it's definitely different. Like, eyes look absolutely different. Like, can you see that? Like, and all of my pimples are gone. It covers. It does. It freaking does. It does cover. Like crazy. Like, let me just come closer to my phone. I mean, you see the difference. You see that. Is it sitting? It definitely needs powder to work better because it definitely starts creasing on my lines. So that's the thing to know if you want to use it. But it definitely, you can see how bright this under eye looks in comparison to this one. So it's good. Okay, let me finish the rest of my face. Okay, so I have finished my face, and from what you can see, you see that it's like, you know, it's not bad. The color is fine. The color is actually kind of really good though.
The color is good. I don't know how well you can see my skin. I mean, you still can see like there is like this dry patches here, dry patches here, but definitely, you know what? I mean, given that the coverage is not high coverage, is it supposed to be high coverage? Okay, nothing said. Okay, so I don't think that it's supposed to be high coverage. I'm gonna check it out on the website once again, but it's definitely not bad at all. Like, you know, it's like it's this almost like medium to light to medium coverage, so it's not that big a deal, you know. If you do like full coverage foundation, that's not your that's not your choice, absolutely not. So it's more of a medium, but I definitely see that it's, you know, it's sitting like in my lines a little bit, you know, as soon as you start talking. A little bit, not too crazy, you know, under my eyes there is absolutely nothing they can cover under my eyes because I guess I need like 2 layers of this to cover it. But it's actually more of a on a natural side. It's definitely not a concealer though. Oh, no, 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 no. This thing cannot cover anything under my eyes, so this is not a concealer. If you bought these thinking that it's a concealer, it's not. It's really not. Because, you know, I used it on the rest of my face because a concealer, what is a concealer? It's like this high pigmented formula, and this is not enough coverage for a concealer, so absolutely not. So I'm going to try the concealer now, the actual concealer that I bought. And it's definitely like there is not enough shades to be concealer. It's not light enough. I mean, my skin, um, I mean, in my store there were 2 shades. There was 421, which I have now, and 421. What did I just say? 401 and 402. 402 was like it is beige, and there was like ivory or something like that. I don't know, but it's not a concealer. Like, oh, no, 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 no. I mean, it's looking kind of really good. I mean, for a foundation, like a medium light coverage, but you have to know what you pay for because this is not, absolutely not a concealer. It's not high coverage, like it's, you will still have like something peeking through. Yes, you will, trust me, you will. There is like, and it's actually kind of, it's not matte. It's matte, but it's not like, it's more of a satin matte finish. There is nothing like dry or something. I mean, of course I do have some dry patches and they're still noticeable, but not crazy. So, okay, I'm gonna stop complaining about it, but you have to know what you pay for. Yes, it's cheap. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it is. Of course it is. The color for me is good. I mean, I don't think that they have enough colors. They definitely have to have more shades of this because it's a good product. It's more of a light medium coverage foundation. Yes, it's a foundation. It definitely is. It's like yeah. I mean, it's not bad while I'm talking. It's not like crumbling or like sitting on my face weirdly. It's not. It's good. It's fine. But it's not a concealer. It doesn't have enough coverage to be considered to be looked as a concealer. It's not. It's absolutely not. So okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this, and I will give you my final thoughts after I try the concealer. Okay, so the face is done. I finished the rest of my face. I set my face with my powder, which I love. You know, you have all seen this before. Added some bronzer, some blush. Didn't do a highlight. Didn't think that I needed to. I used a lip pencil and a little bit of mascara. I didn't think that I would need too much of makeup today. So yes, the rest of the face is done, and now we're going to talk about my final thoughts about the Lamel Insta Cover Conceal and Foundation and Essence Camouflage Plus Concealer, actual concealer without foundation word in it. So, okay, so let's start with the concealer and foundation. So, first of all, it's not concealer and foundation, it's just foundation. Very light coverage, light to medium coverage foundation, actually. It's not bad necessarily. It's not bad. You can see, like, I'm going to go like very up close. You can see, like, there is not that much. I hope you can see, because the lighting is, natural light is difficult to work with because it's like, it's brightens everything and it looks great. So, of course, I do have some dry patches, but it's on me, it's my skin, and a matte foundation necessarily. It's definitely gonna pick up on it, surely. Yeah, first of all, yes, this is not a concealer. It's a foundation, and it's a good foundation, actually. I don't know how it wears, but from my first impression, from what I see, it is good. It is good. It doesn't sit weirdly on my smile lines. Firstly, I thought that, but as soon as I put powder on, it just stopped even closely moving. It just stopped. It just sits in its place where it should. The worst part is usually my nose and my under eyes, because the foundation tends to, I don't know how to call it, like to sheer out in those areas, and my nose is usually like the worst part, but it's actually working there very well. The only thing that I don't like I absolutely don't like, is the applicator. Like, I know it's cool. I know it's like a shape tape thing. It's like those big concealers, like L'Oreal has a concealer which with this huge applicator and stuff. But if you call it a foundation, please don't don't do this applicator. I beg you, don't do that. It's like it's cute, yes, like it's like a huge brush, but they called it also a concealer, so of course they just had to deal with it like they should. So, okay. This one I can recommend for the price, especially because it's cheap. It is. Like, I am sorry, it is. No matter what you think about it, it's a drugstore thing. It's made in China, actually, if you did not know. Even though that it's like produced in London and the UK and stuff, it's still made in China. So if you wanted to know, you do now. So it is good. It is good. It's a very small amount of product, so if you use it as a foundation a lot, it will end pretty quickly. I also have another drugstore foundation. I do have all of my foundations are drugstore. Most of my makeup is drugstore. My favorite foundation of all times, So I've tried already, like, even though of course I did not try like 100 foundations. Of course I didn't, but I've tried like 10, 15 foundations, which is a lot already. And this one is definitely one of my faves. I will try them maybe like in comparison. You can see even the difference in color, like what? What? Like you can see in the bottle that they are different color. But this one is definitely one of my all-time faves, like all-time faves. I have also like a Wet n Wild foundation. I have L'Oreal foundation, which is actually more of a BB cream because it's like sparkly and doesn't have enough coverage to be even considered a foundation. So it's more of a BB cream type of foundation. So this one I will definitely try it again, because I don't think that I will wear it for the rest of the day, especially knowing that it's already more than a half of the day gone by, so not sure, but I'm going to try it again. I will update you guys probably in my next video what do I think about it, but it is definitely very like natural type of a finish, and it's really good for a natural, more of a natural foundation, natural looking. So if you use this all over your face, it will look like it will still peek through, like you will still have like, you will see your skin peeking through, of course. Not like completely your skin, so it's like very sheer. It is kind of sheer, so it's very light to medium, as I said, coverage. But it never said that it was like a full coverage. But because they called it a concealer, you expect it to be full coverage. And when it's not, you're like, what's going on? Like, come on, what is this? but definitely use it as a foundation if you wanted to get it. And it's actually a small, like a very little packaging. Like you can see even next to this, it looks like they're almost alike sizing wise. So in this concealer, it's actually like 5 milliliters. Yes, 0.16 fluid ounces. And in this one, it is... Okay, it doesn't says here, maybe. Ah! I hate this packaging. Oh my god. It's 8 milliliters, so it's only 3 milliliters difference, so not that much of a difference. So it's actually a very small amount, but it's easy to travel with, easy to work with. I'm going to try it. I'm actually, as I said in my previous video, I am going to London by the end of February. By the 23rd of February, I will be in London for 5 days, and I will actually try it in London. Because, you know, I will not have time to do a full glow up thing every single day, so I'm going to use this one because it's very sheer coverage and it's actually really fast to work with, even though that the applicator makes it look like it's difficult when it's really not. So, okay, you know, you understand me. I will try to get over the applicator, but it's difficult because I'm just starting to thinking that, you know, all the bacteria which sits on your face and then goes back to the tube and then again and again and again, and it's all over your face. It's not like your under eye, you know. The concealer, of course, it does have this applicator, and you're like okay with that because, you know, it's just under eyes. You know, it's I will try to get over the applicator, but I can recommend it to you. So I actually am recommending this to you right now. You see me. I recommend it. So I really hope that it's gonna be fine with the applicator. I will try to get over it, and you also have to dip multiple times in a tube to get a full face done because the brush, even though that it looks like a huge, like this huge, gigantic brush, like let me compare it to the actual like concealer brush so you could see the difference. Like, you know, the size difference is there, but this brush actually holds a lot more products than this does. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. You will have to dip in multiple times to get a full face done. That's also why you will have to use more products than you want to. So yeah, in general, recommend. If you don't like this type of applicator, if you don't like dipping in bottle multiple times, then you will not like it. I don't mind it personally because, you know, I don't really use, I've never had this foundation, the foundation like this with this applicator, so I will probably get it over with. I don't know. I've never really tried this type of a foundation, so I don't mind. Because, you know, I like controlling how much I put on, and when you use like a pump or something, you cannot actually control because you have to like figure out how many pumps you have to use. And with this, you just swipe it like a concealer and you're good to go. So if that's something, it's something to keep in mind that that to me, it's okay. To someone else, it's probably not. So, and yes, an update on these brushes which we've talked about, these brushes, which we've talked about, we all remember that video. They actually posted my review. Yes, they did post my review, thank God. So that people now see that there is like something weird is happening. Okay, now let's talk about the concealer, the main person here, this guy right here. So I actually really, really like it. You know, you can see that it's still like, you see when I'm moving my under eye, you see that it sits right here. You see that, like you do. You can see that. So does it crease? Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. I mean, you can see that when I'm moving my under eye, you can see that it does crease even though that I put powder on. So probably it's a me problem, maybe it's not your problem, and it's just my weird under eye, which has a lot of wrinkles. That is why concealer does that. But to be completely honest, every single concealer I've ever had did this, so I'm already over it with. Maybe it's because I used a sponge instead of my normal brush. Usually I use this brush to do my concealer. That's exactly why. Probably, I'm not sure, but probably that's exactly why it didn't sit well on my under eye. Everywhere else where I put the concealer, it covered like a dream. You can still see those things because they are not like pimples, they're like dry patches, and they just don't sit well on my skin in general. So the nose looks great, you know, you can see that, the nose looks great. Those things are almost all covered. This one I didn't even use concealer on it. On my forehead you can definitely see the dry patch, but it's mostly covered, so for a matte concealer, it's good. It's good. The coverage is there. I'm not sure that it can cover tattoos or something like that. If it didn't cover like those little things, then I'm not sure how it can possibly cover tattoos. But we don't know. I don't have tattoos to cover. As well, for the price, I can recommend it. I definitely can, but I'm not going to push you into buying it because there are definitely better concealers than this one. Because, I mean, I like it, I do, but it's almost like I like everything I try. Not everything. I have actually, I have those two concealers here. These are the concealers which I used recently. Mostly recently. I have this Perfect Match concealer and Fit Me concealer. If you saw my Instagram posts, you saw that I used them. I tapped them. I used them, definitely. And in comparison to them, this concealer is a bomb. Like, oh my god, like, I can swear by it in comparison to those two. Just because those two, I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know, they are not bad in any way, shape, or form, you know? I don't find, but I find something wrong with them. Like, I don't know why, but they both, like, and Fit Me and, you know, I don't know. It's nothing major wrong, but it's more of a, like, I don't know. This has way more coverage than those two, even combined. And this concealer, weirdly enough, for me, what? I cannot speak that fast. It doesn't sit right here. You know, as I said, usually my concealer and my foundations tends to like crumble here. You know, and it's like if you zoom in very closely on my face when I use these concealers, on Instagram on a photo, it doesn't really, it's not noticeable there, of course, because it's just a photo and you cannot zoom in that much to see that. But on a video, when you zoom in, if you can do that, I usually don't, because I usually like do like eye looks and something, so nothing major, as I said. But right now, you see that there is nothing, like it's good. It's actually really good. You don't see any crumbly anything, but usually it's like red there. Like my redness, I usually don't have redness here, but when I use this in combination with any foundation, like any foundation, even with my Holy Grail foundation, like this Catrice Cosmetics foundation, it just starts like redness right here, and it's like, I don't know, like moving my foundation apart, and I don't know what is going on. Why? With primer, without primer, with mattifying primer, with hydrating primer, with like sparkly primer. I even do have a sparkly primer right here, but it just doesn't sit well. I don't know why. They both do not sit well. On my eyes, they do. They do. They keep my eyeshadow very well. So as an eye primer, yes. As a concealer on my face, no. No. Now my hands smell like this concealer. And actually, I do really love the smell. I don't know what is it. I don't know what is it. But oh my god, it smells really good. It smells like a bath. Like, you know, when you take a bath and you're like laying there and there's like some shower gels, like bath bombs or something like that. It smells like this. It's amazing. And there is no smell on my face, like absolutely not. The smell disappears very quickly, so it's only in the tube. But if you are very sensitive, you're probably not gonna like it. But me personally, I do.
I do love both of the products. I've never tried them before, so it's my first time ever trying them. So I can say it's good. It's fine. I will give it a few more tries, especially to the foundation, because, you know, I like it, but who knows, maybe in like 10 minutes or like 10 minutes, what did I say? 10 hours? Maybe in like 10 hours it will just go like everywhere and I will hate myself for even putting it on in the first place. So I don't think that I will ever have a 10-hour day to check in, but maybe in London I will, so I will try it there as well. Yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please do. Please do. Subscribe, of course. Follow me on my Instagram. Yes, please do. Please do so. I love it. Please do so. I am playing with a brush. Sorry. So yes, make sure to comment down below anything you want to. Literally anything. Any ideas for videos? Any thoughts about this makeup look? Even though there is no makeup look ever, I just do have a lips on and just mascara, and that's actually all I have now. So it was really nice to finally sit again and film, because I don't film that often because I really have not that much to film about. Sorry. I will try to and film a couple of vlogs, but I really do nothing. Like, you know, I have vacation now and I do nothing. I just sit in my home, lie on my bed, and just do absolutely nothing. So if you care, you care. If you don't, you don't. So I will try and post a little bit more because it's definitely not enough. So yeah, it was really nice meeting you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, hey, hi. I am doing a little check-in after a couple of hours of me filming that video, so I'm here now, and I want to say a couple of things. As I said previously, that this foundation does not sit in the smile lines, it just doesn't. Well, probably just mine, and actually I talked, I smiled, so maybe not enough, so I don't know, but it's not that big a deal. You know, concealer still creases a little bit. I mean, you can see that on camera. Definitely you can. But one moment is that, you know, I have like some dry patches, not patches, but like, I don't know, like exfoliating my skin. Like there's a little like pieces of skin like on the side of my nose and like here and there, you know, right here, for instance, like a little part. And the foundation will pick up on them. And, you know, when you move your nose, you can see like this area when it's like not enough coverage. I don't know, maybe there's like a line. You see, like everything is smooth and sound, and why am I blue? I don't know that. And here is like a little line, and there's also a little like skin, and it just coming off. I don't know, and a little bit here as well. Here I don't know if it's a concealer or foundation. You can see like my skin is coming off a little bit with the foundation still on it, of course. And I don't know, here I don't know if it's a concealer or foundation, but definitely here it is a concealer, like where the skin is a little coming off, because I didn't put concealer right here. It's definitely foundation. So, I mean, still good. I mean, I ate. I had lunch. So, and I don't have anything on my smile lines, like here, nothing, here, nothing, you know, here also nothing, only right here where I did put concealer on, you know, it creases a little bit, as I said in my first impression. So I don't have anything like here or here. I don't have that many wrinkles or smile lines or something, but it doesn't sit on, you know, you can see my skin looks very, very even. But it's also because of the camera. You see, I'm going very, very, I mean, very up close. You know, like, it's good, it's fine, it's just those little parts around the nose, you know, here as well.
Here is worse, maybe because I didn't put enough here, but you know, it's not that even as I would love that to be. So to keep that in mind, it starts crumbling a little bit right here. So yeah, do with that what you will. I just wanted to update you guys a little bit, but I still like it. I still like it. The coverage is still good. It doesn't come off. It doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't do anything that weird except for that part and some skin here. Nothing too crazy, so still like it.